See, my teacher in 6th grade let us mummify chicken pieces, and he had us bring a jar and we painted it to make it look like a canoptic jar and all that shit. And we did the hieroglyphs on it because we learned hieroglyph and translation. My school was cool. That was just 6th grade for me. So by the end of 6th grade, I was able to write in hieroglyphics, and it was fucking epic. And I loved ancient Egypt after that. Everyone's got their jar, but I had to be the one to bring a gigantic ass pickle jar that the size of one you'd sit on a bar. All because that's what my mom gave me. Ain't that about a bitch? Like, they was laughing at me and shit. They was making fun of me for it. Talking about, yeah, he needs an extra large jar because he's extra fat. Blah, blah. All kind of shit. Just ripping me, tearing me, burning me, roasting me. They overcooked me. But I had that big ass jar. And
the Islands of Pharos.
I had fun with it. It was a cool ass looking jar.
The Heptastadion was a bridge-like causeway connecting the island of Pharos to mainland Alexandria.
The jar could fit a whole liver.
Greek terms of measurement: hepta, meaning 7, and stadion, which is a measure of length of roughly 180 meters.
This bridge. They obviously never got tsunamis, hurricanes, tornadoes. But like the Mediterranean got some storms though. You don't want to be in them.
Since its construction would separate the Grand Port to the east and the port of Eunostos to the west, it was designed with channels at each end. These openings allowed passage from one port to the other.
I want to see that picture. There we go.
Since its construction would separate the Grand Port to the east and the port of Eunostos to the west, it was designed with channels at each end. These openings allowed passage from one port to the other.
They really had no other choice.
Along with creating separate harbors for the commercial and military shipping, the causeway served as a main aqueduct for the island's inhabitants. Its presence also helped protect the island and its ports from rough wind and sea currents. At the end of antiquity, the Heptastadion disappeared under layers of silt and soil, which formed an important sedimentary deposit.
Ooh. So that's how we know the details of it. It preserved the hell out the entire place, because, like, really? Look at that shit. If you've got your Navy, and you got your Marines, well, then there you go. That is you cannot improve this to be any better. Like, the indoor plumbing would be like the only improvement, but like, because it's just perfect. Everything is where it need to be. They got bridges and shit. They got roads and shit. Everything. It's fucking beautiful, man. Oh yeah, I came from that way. No, I came from that way. I don't know where I'm going. I'm lost on a tour, and I'm not from here, and I'm not even supposed to be here today. The cops in GTA 5 gave me PTSD. All I gotta do is say, hey, what's up, officer? And they start chasing me with their helicopters and shooting my ass. So if I talk to one of these soldiers, they probably just gonna stick me with a blade and move on.
While the Serapeum was the most celebrated of the temples in Alexandria, many other temples were built within the city. Most of these structures have been completely erased over time, and there is no way to discern how many existed.
Man.
However, research of ancient papyri offer tantalizing hints as to the possible location of at least some of the temples.
This is why we humans in modern day 20th century, 21st century have been saving blueprints like they are the fucking launch codes. Ooh, pretty. I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you. I touched you.
Both papyri and coins reveal evidence of many temples built for the gods. Poseidon, the god of the sea, likely had an edifice in his honor west of this island, as well as on the mainland. This temple next to you is dedicated to Islands of Pharos, the divine protector of the lighthouse. This location hosted annual celebrations in the month of April, known as the Sacrum Feria, in connection to the lighthouse. In her incarnation as Isis Fortuna, the goddess carries a rudder and a cornucopia, both symbols of good luck for navigators.
Cornucopia, put it in the cornucopia. Cornucopia. Yo, that Adult Swim Cornucopia song, that goes so fucking hard, man. That's just nothing but bars. It's a certified fucking banger, man.
Considered one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, the Lighthouse of Alexandria was a source of great pride for the inhabitants of the city. Construction began under Ptolemy I's reign and lasted 15 years. It was completed during his son's rule. Once completed, the lighthouse was dedicated to the gods for the salvation of those who sail the sea.
Hey, dedicating it to the sailors before they need actual posthumous dedication. That's how you really celebrate the sailors.
Built on the island of Pharos, the stone structure was 3 tiers set on top of one another in a step formation. The second floor consisted of an octagonal tower, and the
You
top
are
floor was
here.
a cylindrical tower topped by a statue. The interior provided space for staff rooms and a ramp which allowed the transport of fuel to the upper floors.
They really had beautiful setups back then.
Essential to safe navigation through the rifts and shallow waters, the Pharos was a functioning lighthouse with a beam reportedly visible 50 kilometers away. It's unclear what kind of fuel was used or how much. Any other details of how the light worked remain a mystery. For several centuries, the Pharos was one of the highest monuments ever built by man. It measured roughly
Roughly
110 meters in height, compared to the Pyramid of Giza, which was around 140 meters tall. Gradually, the structure was eroded by earthquakes and then completely destroyed in 1480 CE, when a fort was built over it.
What?
Archaeological excavations on the seabed have uncovered many blocks from the ancient building.